You mentioned the Son Reis Project. How long have you been in that band? And you guys have done lots of live switching videos, which are pretty cool if people haven't seen them. The last one was in a junkyard.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that project.
Son Reis Project, it was started by Jason Reisdorf, a tenor sax player in town. Catch him with his wife, Carly, in Natural Satellite. Amazing band. Sun Goose just put out their last record. We're working on a video release of a Christmas single for those guys as well. And Jason asked me to play a gig, and he sent me these tunes. They're odd meter, weird tunes, kind of atonal, odd meter, avant jazz rock. And he's also really likes Korn, and so it's kind of like punk jazz, and it's a little too heavy to call it jazz. It's more, I feel like we work better at punk bars and metal bars because we get pretty heavy. So we did a couple gigs. I'm like, man, this is really cool. It reminds me of my band I had in Seattle called Trim Tab, which is on Surumi. So I'm like, would you want to play a couple of these Trim Tab songs, and these odd meter crazy things, and brought it to the table? And they're like, yeah. And our first record had Travis Worth on bass, and we were a quartet, and that was super fun. Travis is an amazing player. And then we started getting a bunch of gigs, and Travis is just too amazing of a human and a player that like everybody wants him to play bass with them. So he missed like 4 shows that we really wanted to do. So we did it trio: guitar, tenor, sax, and drums. And the guitar and tenor sax they're the same register. They're the same. It's all the same. So they sound cool playing in unison, but we're missing the low end. So we had this gig at Frets and Friends in Green Bay last January, and we really wanted to do it. So we took it. Travis couldn't do it. Like, oh well. And the day before, I was at Hyde Music talking with Ryan, our drummer, and I saw there was a bass 6 on the wall, and I'm like, that's just a guitar down an octave. I'm like, Ryan, I'm buying that. I'm bringing it to the gig tomorrow. And there's some videos of that gig on our YouTube channel. I brought that, and then Randy had this 2x15 Sun amp, and Jeff had this awesome old school Gallien-Kruger head, and it sounded amazing. And then that night we're all like, this is the band. So we turned into a trio, and then we started writing a bunch more songs for the trio, and then we recorded this spring, and we have a new record coming out, Payment Plan, coming out on vinyl on Surumi Records. And I've been really into all these bands recording outside, like in Iceland and in Greenland and all over, like
on the beach.
Like, man, we got to do some outside ones. And my brother-in-law's family owns the Junkyard north of Sturgeon Bay. So I texted him like, hey, can we do a video at the Junkyard? He's like, yeah, anytime, man. So we went up there with Randy and Jeff. I brought my video switcher, 4 cameras. We hired a drone extraordinaire, Aaron Dusterhoff, to do the drone stuff, and recorded 5 songs. We've been putting out a song a month with a single release just to kind of build up, tell people who we are. Helps us get more shows. It helps book the tour, and hopefully helps with record sales and getting, just being a new band is really hard. You have to hit people over the head and tell them you are a band over and over and over again before like, oh yeah, I think I heard of you guys. So on YouTube, Son Reis Project Junkyard Series, there's 3 videos up right now. A 4th one will be coming up in a couple weeks for our 4th single, Flex. But it's pretty cool. You get these cool drone flights over the junkyard, and then multi-camera work of us playing in front of a whole wall of smashed cars, the ones that have all been scrapped and junked. The last video we're putting up is a stoner metal doom song, and Jason isn't playing sax. He has a baseball bat, and he's just smashing headlights out and smashing cars, while Ryan and I are just playing this dirgy doom metal.